Hey there gals and guys, Vetemor here, and the leak that we've all really been waiting for is finally here. A proper look at what the closed beta is actually going to be looking like, and also essentially the pre-open beta like training grounds that will be available to absolutely everyone, what that's going to look like. Obviously it'll be a bit more refined by the time it comes to be publicly available, but this is pretty much what it's going to look like. So let's just jump straight into it. Now on this leak video, the first thing we see is the login page. Now I'm going to speculate a little bit because there is a sign in here and it says that you can log in with an email address and a password, or you can just connect your wallet. And the speculation I'm going to make is that you can play this game either with your wallet if you already have a wallet or you were interested in making a wallet. But if you're somebody that doesn't know anything about crypto, isn't comfortable with making a wallet, or isn't like wanting to put in the effort to make a wallet, you might not have to, and you can just like get into the game and just play without ever knowing a thing about crypto, which I think is great for the onboarding process of this game. This is of course speculation purely on seeing the login screen, and we'll start the video and they just click skip, which I'm guessing means that you could potentially just play this overworld without even logging in if you don't want it to be connected to your account. The sound effects on this are like, dang. Very cool. And they leave a bunch of space on the bottom for the cards. Okay, so what we see in the right hand corner is enemy synergies. So this is all of the characters that they've got on that board, these three. So 2 of them are water, 1 of them is nature, and 1 empath, 1 scion, and 1 fighter. And these are things that we're now going to have to take into account when putting our Illuvials to the field. And then our character that's already on the board is a water fighter. What is interesting to see is if potentially every single one is always water fighter, or you could maybe wear a piece of armor that changes you into fire, maybe changes you into, I don't know, something that isn't a fighter. That'll be interesting to see as well. We pick a Goliant, place that right there. And then now that we have placed that Goliant, we can see that we still got the 1 fighter and the 1 water we had before. And we also though have 2 earth and 1 bulwark. The reason for this is that this is a stage 2 Illuvial. That's clearly visible by the 3 dots here, only 2 of them being lit up. But also stage 2s, either their affinity or their class needs to be one of the 2 needs to be a composite, and the composite is the earth, which has become a granite. So meaning it's basically double earth. It could have been like earth and water, or you know, any mix, but this specific one is earth. And then we continue and we pick out a fiery, which is a fire and a scion. And then we start the battle. And then it's just really cool to see that it looks like we can pan the camera however we like. This doesn't appear to be the cinematic mode where you let the camera pan itself. Yeah, they seem to be moving it themselves. And we see that final showdown and we take it down. Just like that. And then what we now have is different characters that we're fighting against, and now they've got a composite. It looks like they have 3 composites. Yeah, I think they're all stage 2s. These are all stage 2s, and they would have 6 composites here if they were all stage 3s, because stage 3s have a composite and a composite as their class and affinity, whereas stage 2s have only 1 of them as being a composite, and stage 1s only have primaries. Okay, so we just got rid of the fiery by chucking it in the water, and we'll upgrade it to a fire ox. And this is the 2nd wave, and we watch that unfold, panning the camera around. And our character died, but we still continue. So our character dying doesn't mean it's the end of us. And then we're back. So even if one of our characters dies, like they're still on for the next round, at least in this sort of practice run. You can even be placing from this far out. You can literally like move the camera around as you like. I saw that you got like plus 70 there when disposing of that one. Right. So right here, we have a specific amount of points, 40 points, and we can only place depending on how many points we have. So we got rid of that. We got plus 70, and now we can place something that's got over 100 points. So we go full out on the Titanor, and that is a beast. So you can actually move the camera quite flexibly to the angle that is comfy to you, which is pretty cool. And then these waves just keep going forever pretty much. And that's what survival mode is, and that's what the training grounds will be when we all get our hands on this game, like the first rendition of this game where there isn't going to be an overworld. It's pretty damn cool. So we'll have a certain amount of points, and it's like waves over and over again. So you can actually just put a bunch of like lower level characters, or you can try and go for higher level. Oh, this one like teleported to the other side. Dope. That was a cool vortex. And one of the first impressions I'm getting watching this is that on first glance, like it looks really cool, but it also looks pretty complicated. And it's like, oh, how am I ever going to remember like all of these different like bulwark, fire, nature, like all of these things. But at the same time, like I can see how after getting your hands on this game, after getting stuck in, you could actually very quickly learn the strategies, different strategies, try out different things. I'm really, really excited for everyone to get their hands on this in the training grounds that they plan to make publicly available before the full open beta. I think the training grounds are going to be really, really cool for us to really get a grip on all of these strategies that are available and how the different affinities are going to work, and just like get a feel for it rather than, you know, just like thinking about it and planning how to do it. Like there's nothing better than experience through practice. And we got a little Archie coming on board, going for another tier 1. And you can see all like the damage. It's just pretty cool to watch. Oh, we killed this round. Oh wow, that Rampy was strong. I thought we had it. Oh, we're about to get owned. That is close. Okay, so when it's 2-on-1, it's a big advantage because their opponent can only attack one at a time. That was intense. That was really close. I can see this getting ridiculously addictive, even the practice training grounds, because you're just going to be rinsing this over and over to see who's going to get to the highest wave. We're on wave 6 now, so I think this is the wave that Kieran can't get to, if I'm not mistaken. So maybe he's beating it at this point. Maybe he's beating it. Maybe this is Grant showing Kieran how to beat it, so he can copy the strategy. Are we gonna pass this round? Okay, we've been sourced. I think it might have been wave 6 that Kieran was saying he couldn't beat. That looks like a tough wave, man. That was destruction. Yeah, maybe on that last round, instead of just continually using the same characters you got and just adding a smaller one, we should have changed them out. I don't think we even like considered the affinities that were taking place on the opponent team, and it didn't look like we readjusted much or at all. And it's going to be interesting to figure out how the placing of these characters is really going to like change things and impact things, because I'm pretty certain that placing them like this, if you place them like completely differently, it would potentially give a completely different outcome. So there is a lot of elements to the strategy in not only placement, but what are you placing, where are you placing it. We're going to get addicted, guys. I think we're going to get addicted. I can definitely see what Kieran's saying, and we're going to feel it when we get our hands on it. So my overall impressions of this are like, I really want to get my hands on it and start playing. The fact that they've released this as a work in progress video is pretty damn dope. And it's also labeled as private beta 1. So I'm guessing this is like that first tiny round of the private beta. I'm not sure if they've started that or they're sort of saying we're about to start this. I'm very excited for us all to be getting in on this. And hopefully that comes about very soon, just through them refining with the private beta this survival mode, essentially training grounds. If you do want to see this full video on your own, then either head over to the Illuvium channel or just click the link in this description of this video. I will include it. And if you enjoyed this video, definitely be smashing on that like button and subscribing to this channel if you haven't already. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm Vetemor, you're the future, and I'll be seeing you guys there.